Dana White has just announced 3 massive fights for UFC 294 in Abu Dhabi. That includes Islam Makhachev and Khamzat Chimaev's next fights. First up for the main event, Makhachev is set to rematch Charles Oliveira for the lightweight title. The last time these two matched up, Islam won via arm triangle choke in the second round. Since then, Oliveira would bounce back with a dominant first round TKO win over Beneil Dariush. As for Islam, he's coming off a unanimous decision win over the featherweight champ Alex Volkanovski, making it a 12-fight win streak for Islam. The second fight that Dana White announced was the return of Khamzat Chimaev, and his opponent will be Paulo Costa. This will be Chimaev's return to the middleweight division after missing weight last year when he was booked to fight Nate Diaz.
He's terrified! Terrified! Look at this! Motherfucker, you can't hide from me. You can't hide from me. I feel sorry for him. Oh my God! I came to you, motherfucker. I came to you.
What makes you shame? I'm coming for you.
Costa is currently ranked number 4, so it's safe to say whoever wins this fight would be in line for a title shot. The third fight Dana announced for Abu Dhabi was Nasruddin Imavov versus Ikram Aliskerov. Aliskerov was originally booked to fight Paulo Costa at UFC 291 in Utah, but the UFC decided to go into a different direction and book Costa versus Chimaev. But that's not all. It seems that Israel Adesanya's next opponent might not be Dricus du Plessis after all. Instead, it could be Sean Strickland. Israel posted to his Instagram story today claiming Dricus is officially out and that Strickland is in.
Dricus the pussy. You bitch. Oh, all you had to do is put on some gloves. I was ready to go again. No, you weren't. You're a bitch. That's why I'm not taking this fight. Your foot sore. My knee was jacked 2 weeks from my last fight. Guess what I did? I showed up because that's what a f***ing champion does. Championship caliber, built different. A lot of you fighters talk about, oh, I'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. No, you won't. I do. Alex Volkanovski does. We're built different. I'm fighting in Sydney. I don't give a f*** who. Dickless, the pussy, Dickless. F*** off. You're out. Strickland, you're in. Let's do the man dance. Show you how to really dance.
Israel is determined to fight at UFC 293 in Sydney, Australia, since it's very close to his home. Ariel Helwani tweeted a report stating that du Plessis was banged up going into the Whitaker fight, so to be able to turn around and fight in September, it's just too soon for him. Ariel also confirms that Strickland is most likely the opponent next for Adesanya. But for Strickland, he is currently ranked number 6 and riding a 2-fight win streak against Nasruddin Imavov and his recent TKO win against Nurmagomedov. But another title fight that may be in jeopardy is Aljamain Sterling versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. The two are currently booked for UFC 292 in Boston, but O'Malley tweeted that something may be wrong. O'Malley tweeted, "MMA managers are so bad, stay tuned." And Aljamain Sterling would add fuel to the fire by directly replying to the tweet with popcorn emojis. It seems that these two are hinting that something may be going on behind the scenes, but we will have to wait and see what news that O'Malley has. But this wouldn't be the first issue with the booking of this fight. Earlier this month, Aljamain said on his podcast that the UFC forced him against his will into accepting this fight against O'Malley on such a quick turnaround.
This time, you are not doing this to me again. I'm gonna fight, even though it's literally against my will. And people could say whatever. If Dana were to hear this, Hunter were to hear this, they would say, "Oh, we're not making him do anything." Like, let's be real here, bro.
Yeah, kind of.
Come on, dude. Like, you kind of are. Right. You kind of are. And let's call a spade a spade.
But that's not all. Another fight that has been canceled is the UFC Nashville main event. Umar Nurmagomedov pulled out of his fight against Corey Sandhagen, citing the reason being a shoulder injury. Umar uploaded footage of the exact moment that he got injured.
Two minutes.
According to Umar's manager, he will need surgery and will be out for some time, but the UFC will keep Corey Sandhagen in the main event and are actively looking for replacements. So we will have to wait and see what happens with that. But another fighter that needed surgery as well was Alex Volkanovski.
Okay, surgery done. Just had a gyros. Bainsy, how are you, mate?
Good.
This shouldn't come as a surprise, as Volkanovski had announced before that he would need a quick procedure done on his elbow after his last fight.
I mean, I didn't mean to scare everyone with that. Like, when I say I'm going to do it, like, yeah, it's not a big deal. I'll be back in ASAP. It will be a quick one. Just need to get something sorted. But I'll be training. This ain't a broken bone. We'll be right. I'll be you don't need to stress about that. I'll be training. I'm professional. You know, I want to be active again. I'll be back in there before most of the other guys, the other champions anyway. So don't worry about that.
According to his manager, Volk only needs 6 weeks of rehab and he'll be good to go. Unfortunately for Volkanovski though, he was chasing the Makhachev rematch next, but since that fight is now off the table, perhaps Ilia Topuria could be Volk's next fight.